The economic damage caused by climate change will drastically outweigh the economic cost of government intervention. We can act now to avert the disaster of climate change and both protect and improve our economy.
Over the next few decades, in the United States alone, climate change could cost over $150 billion per year of lost wages due to the loss of outdoor jobs, $150 billion per year due to heat-related and poor air quality deaths, and $100 billion per year in coastal property losses. If climate change is left unchecked by the end of the century, the U.S. economy can contract by up to 10%.
Climate change will have an even bigger impact globally. Some effects will be serious global security risks, disruptions in agriculture leading to famine and drought, and in the United Nations report last fall, the potential economic cost of even a modest rise in global temperatures was estimated to be as much as $69 trillion.
There has been a proposal in Congress to address these concerns called the Green New Deal. Many Republicans have bashed the proposal, stating a number of things. A conservative think tank group estimated the cost of the Green New Deal to be upwards of $93 trillion. However, the think tank group made some pretty wild assumptions about how the plan would be implemented, and it's far more likely that it would cost less to implement such a plan.
And even if the program is expensive to implement, climate change is extremely serious, and it requires substantial action to address. The economic damage from climate change will outweigh the cost of the program. But even with the serious challenge of climate change and the extensive and immediate action required to address it, we can use this as an opportunity to improve our economy instead of just prolonging the inevitable.
Modernizing infrastructure benefits the economy in a number of different ways. First off, a modernized smart grid will help reduce the cost of energy. A Stanford University civil and environmental engineering professor, Mark Jacobson, estimated that eliminating the electricity sector's carbon emissions would avoid $265 billion in annual U.S. damages beginning in 2050. The proposal to modernize current and future building projects has been heavily criticized by conservatives, but inefficient heating and cooling contributes to energy waste, and it is estimated that we waste up to 58% of our energy.
By modernizing our infrastructure and investing in green energy, we can create new and lasting job opportunities for millions of Americans. New energy jobs will emerge in manufacturing and maintaining wind and solar products and services. Even a conservative investment in a green economy could create over 15 million new jobs in as few as 5 years. To some extent, this is already occurring. Even without a Green New Deal, green energy jobs are projected to have impressive growth. Solar panel installation and wind service technician are projected to be the fastest growing occupational fields over the next 10 years.
To both support these initiatives and bring millions of unemployed Americans back into the workforce, a portion of the Green New Deal proposes the concept of a job guarantee, with the changing economy providing new opportunities for the economically displaced.
In the future, climate change will be one of the key issues in national defense. According to a 2015 report, the Department of Defense believes that global climate change will aggravate problems such as poverty, social tensions, environmental degradation, ineffectual leadership, and weak political institutions that threaten stability in a number of countries. Addressing climate change now could prevent costly conflict in the future and provide more leeway in defense expenditures. Investing in domestic green energy also reduces our dependence on foreign energy and provides the U.S. more options when implementing foreign policy.
Climate change will have drastic effects on the U.S. healthcare system and health globally. In the United States, the CDC has drawn clear links between a hotter climate and poor air quality with asthma and cardiovascular disease. According to a report submitted to the EPA, the rise in average temperature and longer warm seasons associated with climate change carry greatly increased risk of pathogenic and allergenic diseases and could result in a rise in mass outbreaks. Globally, the situation is even more dire. According to the World Health Organization, between 2030 and 2050, climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year from malnutrition, malaria, diarrhea, and heat stress. All of these issues are compounded by the possibility of serious disruption in agriculture and the severe food insecurity that could result.
Critics of the Green New Deal point out that increased taxation will be necessary to implement the plan. This is likely the case. The program costs money, and that initial funding has to come from somewhere. But the proposed taxes are on the wealthiest Americans, and averting catastrophe will be less expensive in the long run. If we do nothing, then our taxes will invariably increase to help pay for rising expenses caused by climate change in the future. This is why doing nothing is not an option.
Climate change is a serious issue that has the potential to ruin our economy and kill millions. The Green New Deal has been proposed to address all of these issues, not just the economy, inequality, or climate change individually. To save our planet and our current way of life, we need to act immediately to address these issues we are facing and help create a long-term solution.